Good morning, everybody. Josh here with Shua Photography, and I am so excited for this announcement today. Tamron has announced that they are producing a 35mm to 150mm f2-2.8 with a native Z mount. I am so excited. If you guys didn't know, I've been using the 35 to 150 f2-2.8 with the Sony E version, but I've been using the Megadap E to Z adapter with it for the last like 9 or 10 months, and I absolutely love this lens. And I did a full-on review and explanation of everything with the adapting of this lens to the Nikon Z cameras, but now we do not have to worry about that. We now are going to have a native Z lens from Tamron, full frame, the 35 to 150 f2-2.8, and I cannot wait for this thing to come out. At the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you guys some of the images that I've captured with this lens and my various Z mount cameras, the Z6 II, the Z7 II, and there are a few with the Z8. The ones on the boat with us wakeboarding and tubing were all shot with the Nikon Z8 and this lens adapted to it. So let's get into the article. All right, so late last night, I saw Nikon Rumors put out an article stating that Tamron has announced that they are producing a 35 to 150 f2-2.8 for the Nikon Z mount cameras, and I cannot wait. Like I said, in my initial review, I love this lens. The adapting part, not so much, but I don't have too many issues anymore. After updating the E to Z adapter, I rarely have any issues with it, but I still do have the occasional issue. So I said that I would order this lens and buy this lens as soon as Tamron makes it for the Nikon Z mount camera, and per Nikon Rumors, it looks like fall of this year we're gonna get it. So here's what Tamron said. So this is on Tamron's official website. This is their announcement of the 35 to 150 2-2.8 DI3 VXD for the Nikon Z mount system. In Nikon Rumors' article, they stated that it was the world's first fast aperture zoom lens for mirrorless cameras. That is not the case. It looks like Tamron has put it correctly on theirs, stating that the world's first f2-2.8 fast aperture zoom lens. That is accurate. So obviously Canon has the 28 to 75 f2 all the way through, but this range, this versatile zoom range, like it says, is absolutely incredible. I love the ability of this lens to basically be a one and done lens. Now, I also do like to shoot extra wide, so in situations like on a wedding day, I will put this lens, this 35 to 150, on one body, and then I will put the Nikon 20mm f1.8 on the other to get that ultra wide field of view. So it says that it has outstanding optical performance, which I can say that the Tamron lenses in the recent years have just been absolutely incredible. I used to have the 35mm f1.4 from Tamron for the Nikon F mount when I had my DSLRs, and when I started with my Nikon Z6, the original Z6, and I absolutely love the image quality that comes out of them. Fast, quiet, linear motor mechanism. I can attest to the speed and accuracy of this lens is fantastic. I've used it in multiple situations, weddings. I just used it out boating. We were wakeboarding and tubing and got some awesome images with this lens out on the boat. So super fast, super accurate. I do like that. Like I said in my review of this lens, adapting it to the Z mount cameras, the E to Z adapter does have some connectivity issues. Go watch that video if you want to learn more about that. So here is where I wanted to kind of focus right here. In the Nikon Rumors article, it said that this lens will probably be released in the fall of this year, which looking at when the E-mount version was launched, October 28th of 2021, I would assume that it's going to come out around that same time. If it comes out earlier, great, but that's probably what I'm going to be tracking, is probably this October timeframe for it to be released. Obviously, I have no actual insight as to when it will be released, but I've been contacting some of my Tamron ambassador friends that will hopefully put an ear to the sidewalk and see when that might be released. And who knows, Nikon rumors will probably get that well before I do. But we're looking at fall of this year. Super excited. Can't wait for this lens to come out for the Nikon Z cameras. So, like I said, I am super excited that this lens has been announced and that it is in the works. It gives me really high hopes that Tamron will be producing more lenses with the Nikon Z mount, including some better full frame glass, not these crop sensor lenses, but hoping that, you know, maybe the 35 f1.4 or a 50 1.4 or 85 1.4 or whatever, just to give us Nikon Z users some options to get whatever lenses we can afford and capture the photos that we want. So super excited. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Like the video, share it with anybody who might be interested, and if you would be so kind, give me a subscribe. I'm growing little by little, and I like that. I'll be talking primarily photography, Nikon Z related topics, and then some other random crap that happens in my life that I feel needs to be put out on YouTube. I will be selling my Sony E-mount version. I'll probably keep the E to Z adapter just in case I get some crazy gonga deal on a Sony E-mount lens. And then I'm also working on my review of the Nikon Z8 that I will be putting out there after I really put it through its paces. I did a couple of videos here on some of the Nikon Z8 stuff, but this video is about this lens, and I cannot wait for it to get released so that I can purchase it. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you guys in the next one. This is Josh with Shua Photography.